Hey, what's going on, y'all? Breaking news in the NASCAR world, man. Greg Biffle just passed away. Um, some of y'all might not know. Even though I don't watch now, I've been a NASCAR fan in the past. I was a big fan of Dale Jarrett. Um, but Greg Biffle, huge name in the sport. Huge name in the sport. He was on a looks like it sounds like he was on a private plane with his family, and some way or the other, they took off, turned around, and was coming back. It seemed like for bad weather, and then something happened, and the plane crashed trying to land. Let me see if I can read the story. Greg Biffle, one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers who became known in his later years for his humanitarian work, died along with three family members in a plane crash Thursday. He was 55. Officials said seven people died in the crash, and the families of those involved confirmed Biffle was a passenger on a Cessna Citation business jet that crashed while attempting to land at Statesville Regional Airport around 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. The Federal Aviation Administration arrived to investigate, and Airport Manager John Ferguson confirmed in a news conference that the airport had closed indefinitely. Biffle's wife, Christina, son Ryder, daughter Emma also died in the crash. Others on board were Dennis Dutton and his son, Jack, and Craig Wadsworth. The families of those involved released a statement Thursday afternoon. We are devastated by the loss of our loved ones. This tragedy has left all of our families heartbroken beyond words. Greg and Christina were devoted parents and active philanthropists whose lives were centered around their young son, Ryder, and Greg's daughter, Emma. Emma was a wonderful human being with a kind soul who was loved by many people. Ryder was an active, curious, and infinitely joyful child. Dennis, Dut- Dennis Dutton and his son Jack were deeply loved as well, and their loss will be felt by all who knew them. Craig Wadsworth was beloved by many in the NASCAR community and will be missed by those who knew him. Each of them meant everything to us, and their absence leaves an immeasurable void in our lives. We ask for privacy, compassion, and understanding as we grieve and begin the process of this unimaginable loss. We are grateful for the kindness and support that has been extended to our families during this incredibly difficult time. At this moment, our focus is on honoring their lives and supporting one another. And of course, NASCAR released a statement. Um, NASCAR is devastated by the tragic loss of Greg Biffle, his wife Christina, daughter Emma, son Ryder, Craig Wadsworth, Dennis, and Jack Dutton in a fatal plane crash. Greg was more than a champion driver. He was a beloved member of the NASCAR community, a fierce competitor, and a friend to so many. His passion for racing, his integrity, and his commitment to fans and fellow competitors alike made a lasting impact on the sport. On the track, Greg's talent and tenacity earned him championships in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, as well as numerous wins and accolades in the NASCAR Cup Series. Beyond his racing career, he gave himself for the betterment of our community. Most notably, Greg spent countless hours of his time helping the citizens of North Carolina during disasters that followed Hurricane Helene. His tireless work saved lives. Our thoughts and deepest condolences go out to Greg's entire family, friends, and all those who were touched by his life. Man, that's rough, y'all. That's rough. I'm gonna guess that most people that watch my channel probably don't follow NASCAR. But at one point, it's on the fringe. But at one point, I was heavy into NASCAR. I've been to three races in my life. Um, I've been to Dover Downs twice. I've been down to Carolina. I'm sorry, I've been to two races, but I've been down to Carolina. I got to run the track down in Carolina and do the tour and get in the van and race around. I went to Robert Yates Racing when I was down there. Uh, so, like when I say I was heavy, I went to Earnhardt Enterprises, the headquarters. Got to see how they do things there, man. So, like when I say I was heavy into NASCAR, I was into it. I got on my original YouTube channel. I've got footage of me up at Dover in the pits. Went went to a race with my buddy Frank, and I was his tape runner. He's a a freelance video guy, cameraman, and he was doing NASCAR. I went up with him, and I would just exchange tapes with him. I would take his full tapes. This was back before digital. I would take the tapes, give him fresh ones, take his batteries, run them back, um, and put him on a charger and bring him back fresh batteries. I was doing all of that, man. But in the meantime, I would touch in with him like every 40, 45 minutes. And then I would just have free roam in all of the pits. And I would kind of lean over the wall. When they come in for the pit stop, you see that wall that everybody jumps over and starts to jacks and changing tires and all that kind of stuff. I'm leaning over that wall with my camera, filming it as people coming in for pit stops. I was that tight with it, man. But like, I was a big time NASCAR fan, and like Greg Biffle would be the equivalent of one if somebody in the NFL, one of the starting quarterbacks, passed away. Like that's how big his name is in NASCAR. Like this is huge. This is huge, and it is. This is a sad story. His kids, his young kids, was on the plane with him. Family members, a couple other guys from the NASCAR, because that NASCAR community is tight, man. And this is a shame. This is a real shame, man. Wow. And I'm like, it's been a minute since I watched the whole race. I'll catch highlights every now and then. Every now and then, I'll tune in to watch the Master Truck Series. Um, watch some of the young kids race. But heck, I used to make my wife mad because I used to turn the TV up all the way when they used to start the engines, and they would have a thing where the sounds would be crazy. If you had surround sound, it was beautiful. But yeah, I was heavy into NASCAR, man. So I am very, very familiar with Greg Biffle. This is a supreme tragedy. Uh, wow. Like I'm at a loss for words, man. That is horrible. That is a horrible, horrible tragedy. Horrible tragedy. I'm trying to make the comp like in the NFL or baseball. It would like I said, if it was the NFL, it would be a starting quarterback right now get passes away for some reason. That's the comp I make. Just a horrible story, horrible tragedy. Peace, power, and condolences, man, to everybody in the NASCAR community. Um, remaining family members for Greg Biffle. Yeah, just NASCAR in general, because NASCAR's a tight group, man. Good group of people. Good group of people. So, breaking news. Unfortunately, Greg Biffle has passed away.